Prepare to have your heart broken once again. This is Bambi, the Diamond Edition, brought to us courtesy of Walt Disney Pictures. To be honest, though, ladies and gentlemen, I've never actually been a fan of this movie. I remember grabbing the VHS. Never did own the DVD, but I remember grabbing the VHS of this quite a while back and really watching it, and I really wasn't deeply affected by it. I mean, granted, I probably was young when I first saw it, but it didn't really have that much of an emotional effect on me. I mean, true, it was sad, when, spoiler alert, or matter of fact, if you don't know that it happens already, you probably live under a rock, but yeah, when Bambi's mom dies, I mean, nope, I didn't bat a tear, nothing. It's just, so when I found out that Disney was releasing this Diamond Edition, I was a little bit disappointed at first because of course, with me growing up in the Disney Renaissance, I'm like, oh, come on, get the Renaissance films out quickly. But in the long run, I can see why this film has been released and that it is considered one of Disney's most cherished and probably most beautiful pictures. And so, me being the collector that I am and I want to raise my kids on these movies, I decided to grab it. But to take a look at the packaging right here, Disney's kind of taken a cue from Paramount and Iron Man 2, and that is they put the title of it all down the side, and the title itself, bring it up just a little bit closer, the title itself is embossed, along with some of the woodland creatures like Flower, Thumper, and Bambi, including here. And the cover of this kind of has sort of a, not necessarily holographic, but it's kind of a reflective green, if I'll put it that way. It's an interesting type. It's simple but effective. The spine, changing it up with the green here. To the back, we'll show you. Get up close, see what everything looks like. Now, having never bought the DVD, I cannot say if all the features have been ported over as well, but from what we know, there are 2 deleted scenes on here and a musical sequence. Plus, also there's like a let's see, and of course you have your typical Disney game, and there's also an in-depth documentary on this that doesn't really. It looks at the film's legacy and like what it tried to accomplish and whatnot, but it's nothing really too simple. But I'll talk about the extras though in a sec when I review it at the end. So let's open this up. It's like same as the slip. Open this up. See, you have the Blu-ray. My Disney rewards, and apparently if you put in the code for this one, you get a 18.5 by 27 reprint of the poster, which 18.5 by 27, that really isn't too impressive. I mean, it's a cool treat, but nothing really to go crazy about. A little bit of some information when it comes to what you're going to get out of this pack. Menu. And then a little bit of a preview. Lion King is coming in fall. That's the one I'm waiting for. And Lady and the Tramp is coming next year. Let's see. Pamphlet of like new releases and whatnot. Disney 3D. Dumbo is coming sometime in 2011. It's already been available in Mexico for quite some time. And yeah. Oh yeah, this is the one I'm definitely waiting for. Come August, it's mine. The Incredibles coming in spring, definitely grabbing that, and Fox and the Hound, but unfortunately, it's going to be paired with a stupid sequel. Only You can prevent forest fires. And just as a forewarning to everybody that that Snow White, Pinocchio, and Fantasia will be going back into the vault on April 30th. So if you have not grabbed them yet, you still have time, but the clock's ticking. And the DVD of the movie. Come on. Slide everything back into here. But overall, though, for standard Blu-ray release, especially for a film that's about 69 years old, it's actually pretty decent. But when it comes to Disney's Diamond Edition standards, though, it's kind of disappointing in a way. And I say that because, don't get me wrong, the picture is this Blu-ray's biggest asset in that it looks absolutely beautiful. Everything is clear. There's no evidence of, if it's age or anything. It looks like it leaps off the animator's desk and right onto your TV. And it really brings to life on how much effort was put into the paintings of the backdrops and everything. Kind of like Beauty and the Beast was, except this one is a little bit more intricate because this was made, all the way back 69 years ago. Especially during the entire sequence after Bambi's mom died. It goes from depression all the way to, oh, yay, spring flowers, la 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 la, rainbows. And when the fire sequence comes along, the reds look absolutely great. And, I mean, it's not that bad, but the problem, though, lies in the other two portions of this Blu-ray package, in that the sound, for some strange reason, Disney has opted. It went for 7.1 DTS-HD, but it's not lossless though. It's high resolution. The only problem though is that I can't really compare it with another Blu-ray release because no other Blu-ray release has done this. Plus, also, this is a film that's 69 years old, so I got to cut it some slack a little bit. But for a Disney Diamond Edition, I would have expected, somewhere close to a 5. But it's still great, but it's kind of disappointing when the other Diamond Editions had great soundtracks, especially Snow White, which had great sound, for a film that was made in the 1920s, 1930s. But in the extras though are the worst part about this Blu-ray. There's barely anything. I mean, there's your standard fare, but compared to the other Diamond Editions though that had like a wealth of extra features, there's like nothing compared to those. And so, like I said, when compared to the other Diamond Editions, this one's very lackluster. Very, very lackluster. If anything, I'd probably have to give the picture a 5. I'd have to give the audio a 4 because at least the dialogue is very clear, and the LFE, when needed, is very, very good, especially during the fire sequence, and the musical sequences are when the rear channels finally start to work their muscle. But the extras, though, are very disappointing. I have to give a 3 out of 5. So if you want to, there is a coupon that Disney Movie Rewards is obviously using at the moment that'll dock $10 off, and it's $22 now, so do the math. I would grab it for about $12, but otherwise else, unless you're like an avant collector, for Diamond Editions, I would let this pass, but it's all up to you. But otherwise else, for an animated film, especially a film that was 69 years old, it's okay, but this does not deserve to be a Diamond Edition Blue. This doesn't whatsoever. Alice in Wonderland should have at least gotten it then. So, take care of yourself, guys. See you around.